So before we get started, if you have dark under eye circles like I do, I recommend applying an orange shade colour corrector before you apply a concealer, as this really helps to cancel out any darkness. And so I'm just blending this out into my foundation, and then I'm going to be setting it with a translucent powder, and by setting it you'll be preventing the orange colour mixing with the concealer that you're about to apply next. So I'm using the NARS Creamy Concealer, and I'll have all of the products that I've used in this video in the description box. And so I recommend applying concealer in a triangular shape underneath your eyes, because I feel like this really helps to open up your eyes and cancel out any darkness. And then I'm also going to be applying it down the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, on my chin, and also on my cupid's bow. And then to intensify the under eye highlight, I'm going to be taking a concealer a couple shades lighter, and I feel like this just really brightens up your eyes. And then to blend that, I'm using this Real Techniques Beauty Blender. Then once your concealer is all blended, I recommend setting it straight away to avoid creasing. And I actually like to set my concealer by baking. If you guys don't know what this is, it's basically applying a ton of loose setting powder, and this ensures that your concealer stays in place all day, and it gives a really flawless and airbrush finish once you're done. So I'd particularly recommend this step if you'll be taking pictures with flash. Once that's done, go ahead and blend the rest of concealer that you've applied using your beauty blender. And for my nose, I personally like to blend it out with my finger, as I feel like it gives me more precision. And then I like to just further intensify the highlight by applying the lighter concealer again on the bridge of my nose. Then for definition, I'm going to be taking a darker LA Girl Pro concealer and then blending all of that out with my beauty blender.
Please don't lose me.
So now that everything is blended, you can lightly set the rest of your face, nothing too crazy or as intense as your under eye, just enough to set the concealer. And so now that your whole face is baking, I like to take this time to just focus on other parts of my makeup. So right now I'm just going to do a bit of contouring, or if you haven't done your eye makeup, you can do it in this time. But basically you just want to give some time for your makeup to set. And so once about 5 minutes have gone by, you can go ahead and dust off your setting powder. And a tip that I learned to help blend in the powder is to actually swirl your brush into powder of your own shade, so that when you're dusting off the white translucent powder, it can blend very easily. And so to do this, I'm just using my Real Techniques contour brush and then the Black Up Two-Way Cake powder, which is in my shade. And as you can see, it just really helps to blend out the translucent powder into your own skin tone. Once that's all blended, I'm actually going to go back in with my bronzer and just contour my face some more to add some warmth to it. And this is the Sleek Contour Kit in medium. I love to contour using this shade, and I feel like it just really helps to bronze up your face. Then you definitely want to add a pop of colour by applying a blush, and I really like to apply blush onto my cheekbones as well as onto the apples of my cheeks. I don't know, I feel like it just gives a really pretty glow. And speaking of glow, now it is time to highlight. I'm using the highlight shade in the Sleek Contour Kit and applying it down the bridge of my nose onto my brow bone, and then of course I'm going to be taking a fan brush and highlighting the tops of my cheekbones as well as my temples. Highlighting your face is essential if you want it to be glowing, and I personally just love to highlight my face. I actually go in with a second highlighter, and this one is from MAC, and I just like to mix the two together to give a really nice bronzy glow. And I feel like this just definitely completes the look. And so something that I actually like to do if I'm wearing a vest top is to highlight my collarbones. I feel like this just makes your skin glow. And so finally, you just want to go ahead and set your makeup using a makeup setting spray. And that is this highlighting and contouring tutorial complete. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!